Hello. So today I want to share 5 steps or 5 things that I would do if I wanted to lose 10 to 20 pounds over the next 3 months and keep the weight off long term. I think that last part I just said, keeping the weight off long term and sustaining it, is the kicker because let's be real. So many of us, probably you, probably me, probably all of my followers, know how to lose 10 to 20 pounds. But the kicker is, how do you sustain that weight loss long term? And these 5 steps that I'm going to share today are going to walk you through exactly how to do that. So without further ado, before we get started, a few things I want to remind you. And first of all, you need to understand how weight loss works. And in order to lose weight, you have to create a calorie deficit. So what that means is you're eating less calories than your body uses as energy. And I'm going to be honest, there is no way around this. Like, every diet that has ever worked for you or for your best friend or for your mom or your sister or anybody else has worked because those people or you have created a calorie deficit. So I do want to remind you, there is no special formula. There is no magical supplement. There is no ketosis, anything that causes weight loss outside of a calorie deficit. So that calorie deficit really needs to be present. Now, I also need you to understand that every pound of fat loss requires you to eat about 3,500 to 4,000 calories less than your body is burning over an extended period of time. So what that means is, in order to lose 10 to 20 pounds in about 3 months, you have to consume 40,000 to 80,000 less calories than your body burns over the next 90 days, which equals a calorie deficit of about 450 to 900 calories per day. That was a lot of math. So most importantly, let's talk about how we get this done. And step number 1 is you need to calculate your caloric needs and your protein needs. And so the best way to do this is, number 1, reach out to me via email and I can help you figure this out. But if you Google any sort of like calorie deficit calculator, protein calculator for weight loss, lots of free options will come up. You'll put in your height, your weight, all sorts of information, and it will give you your calorie and your protein needs. Again, if you also know about what your calories are for maintenance, if you don't know that, log your food for a week. And if you're averaging to maintain your week, again, subtract 450 to 900 calories per day from that maintenance calories to figure out what your deficit is going to look like. I do want to share, in terms of protein, I recommend anywhere from like 0.7 to 1.0 grams of protein per what your goal weight is. Now, step number 2, using the data that you learn, build an eating plan that makes sense for you. So, for example, if you figured out, okay, when I'm maintaining my weight, I'm eating 2,000 calories. And so for weight loss, I want to eat 1,550 calories per day. How are you going to do that? Are you going to eat 3 500-calorie meals and a 50-calorie snack? Or are you going to eat 2 larger 700-calorie meals and 1 150-calorie snack? So the meal timing does not matter for weight loss. It just needs to make sense for you, and it needs to work with your own hunger levels and with the demands of your life. Now, step number 3, create habits and routines around meeting your nutritional needs. So I'm not going to lie, research suggests people that tend to maintain their weight loss long term tend to be more creatures of habit. They're doing similar things and eating similar types of foods at similar times of days. So build habits and routines that will help you easier create that calorie deficit. Find protein sources you like that you can cycle in and out of that you don't get sick of. Find easy meals that you can take with you to work or that you can have ready after a busy work day that make it easier to create that calorie deficit. Now, step number 4, incorporate some form of movement. And so for most people, typically this involves some sort of strength training, a little bit of cardio, and also just other lifestyle activities. So getting in your steps, playing with your kids or grandkids, doing gardening or planting flowers or doing any sort of movement. So there's no right or wrong answers, but incorporating movement will definitely help you lose weight and maintain it long term. And then last but not least, step number 5 is to track your progress and make adjustments if you need. So I want to remind you at this point in the video, I drive a Honda CR-V right now. All of our bodies are not Honda CR-Vs. Just because I told you your calories should be X number to lose weight or some online calculator told you that same information, not all of our bodies respond to a calorie deficit in the same way. So really check your weight at regular intervals to ensure that you're making progress towards your goal. And if you're not, look at the data. Are you accurately weighing out your portion sizes and logging your food? Are you really getting in enough movement? How is your water intake? Are you getting enough sleep? Where do you need to make changes in order to see results? So that is all that I am sharing. Let me know, which of these steps are you going to focus on over the next week? And even more importantly, if you're looking for some accountability, if you're looking for someone to help you figure out specifically what will work best for you, again, to lose the weight and keep it off long term, in the first comment below, I'm going to add the link to our website to check out our coaching programs. This is what we specialize in. This is all I do day in, day out. I breathe this stuff, and helping my clients succeed is always my number one priority. So check out the website if you're interested, but if not, again, at the comments below, write which of these steps you will focus on over the next week so I can give you some free accountability and support. Thank you so much. As always, like, subscribe to my channel, and we will chat more next week.